Now, I want to go over a special type of function, and you might not be familiar with this. But say we have f of x equals absolute value of x plus 3, or we could call it y equals absolute value of x plus 3. Either way will work. This is called an absolute value. So suppose we have this. Let's let x be -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. And in fact, maybe jump out a little bit. Let's make this be -5, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 5. Now, what we're going to do, again, use our chart. And we're going to replace the x's with the numbers, replace the x's in our function with the numbers that x can represent. Now this is -2. Now absolute values, these double bars mean absolute value. They make everything positive. So the absolute value of -2 is 2. We'll get the same thing here. Well, actually, no, we won't, because it's going to come out positive anyway. And then the absolute value of a positive, it's still positive. So it makes negatives in the positive, it keeps positives as positives. Bar. And so lastly, or xf of x, either way. A little more understandable. A little bit of work here. There we go. I think that's better. Combine input with output. And so these are the points that we have. Now we're going to graph those points. I'm going to write those points up here just to have them. So now I'm going to graph. Now we graph our points. And just for completeness sake, I'll put some negative points down here, but we're not going to use them for this graph. Now, -5, 2. Remember, this is the horizontal. So we start here, leap out to here, and then go up 2 points. -5 and 2. negative 1 and 2. First number is negative 1. Second number is 2. 0 and 3. 0, we're just going to stay here. The horizontal between negative 1 and 1 is 0. Then jump up to 3. I'll make some room here. That's 2. This one's 1 and 4. Jump out the 1, go up 4. And to give this a more accurate shape, I'm going to come up with one more point. Suppose we do this. Let x equal negative 3. So f of negative 3 is absolute value of negative 3 plus 3, which is absolute value of 0, which is 0. So we have input negative 3, output 0. So that means jump out to the negative 3, but then vertically we have 0. This actually means we don't go anywhere. So we'll stay here because in the vertical locations, here's 1, here's negative 1, and 0 is going to be right between on the axis. So now we connect points. I'm going to get this roughly. So that's a graph of an absolute value. So any questions about that, let me know.